On.
Mike, I know that a lot of players love making the dominant archetypes of NBA 2K and NBA 2K21. It seemed like it was the power forward. So, Mike, what do you think the dominant archetype will be for NBA 2K22?
That's a good question, because that's something that we're always trying to balance and tune, because we don't really want there to be one dominant archetype, right? So the power forward thing is fixed, and it's much more spread out in terms of the badges you get per position and heights and archetypes. But one thing we've really focused on.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A well-polished group of players as they came down the tunnel earlier. So important to these players to perform well in front of their fans. And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Indiana. On Sunday, they'll go up against... And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge down on the sideline. David?
Kevin, thank you very much. We know Rudy Gobert is ultra competitive, but he knows it's not about winning his individual matchup. He said, it's a 5-on-5 game, a team concept. That's always been my mindset. Obviously, I take pride in being the best defensive player in this league, but I play to win. That's my focus. Kevin?
Thanks, David. That's David Aldridge, our NBA Hall of Famer. Greg, you played over a decade in the NBA. Is there an opening day that you remember most that sticks out in your mind?
No doubt. The very first time I put on that Knicks jersey, you know, your rookie year, the game was in Orlando. I got to play 28 minutes, which was a lot for a rookie back then, especially on a really good team. And it was an awesome experience. That was a moment you had dreamt of your entire life if you grew up wanting to play basketball, man, and I was pumped.
That's a great story. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Williams is out there with Mitchell. And it's Joe Ingles, and it's Andre Kirilenko, and it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Pacers, Victor Oladipo is out there with Brogdon. Then it's Roy Hibbert. Then it's Paul George, and it's O'Neal in at the power forward position. Here's George. Rebound, Utah.
And this was as even a matchup as you'll find in the NBA. Split the season series down the middle, one apiece.
You know, both teams are competitive, but not necessarily playing yet at a championship level. And part of what makes this battle so intriguing is how close they are.
Pulls up. Here's Hibbert. Gobert with the block.
Let's remember that the 7-foot frame includes a 7'9" wingspan. Rudy Gobert, the Stifle Tower, doing work.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning Mobile One block a moment ago.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Here's George. And finally they hit one. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Gobert. Kicks it to Mitchell. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
The less 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
Utah shooting their first free throw of the game right now. Free throw drops for Mitchell.
Boy, this is as exciting a combo guard as there is in the NBA. Donovan Mitchell's craftiness, his assertiveness, all of those things make this guy special.
Outside, George. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. George has got his second bucket of the night.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
That's why Gobert is such a high percentage scorer. He finds a way to finish with that great length.
Williams against Brogdon. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And Hibbert hits them both.
Boy, really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Williams against Brogdon. Williams' shot is off.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Mitchell passes to Williams. It's good. Williams has got 5 now.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Paul George. Coming off a terrific season, averaged 21 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he paced the whole team in points per game last season.
Well, his teammates understood that he was their best option, and understandably, they got him the rock.
Brogdon the pass to O'Neal. Over Kirilenko. You can't get that one. The Jazz go the other way with it.
And Doris, as Gobert has added strength, his rebounding numbers have continued to improve.
That's right, Greg. He's always been a force as a shot block. But over the past 2 seasons, this guy as a rebounder has been top 3 in the league. Last year, he even challenged Andre Drummond for king of the boards. He's got great size, great anticipation, and he plays with passion.
For 3, Brogdon buries the long-range jumper.
There's so much confidence right now with Malcolm Brogdon. The catch and shoot, so pretty.
Mitchell outside. Back to Williams. Passes it to Gobert. On the wing, Mitchell. The shot. Money from the wing. Mitchell's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Boy, Donovan Mitchell as a jump shooter, so pure.
Indiana trails by 3. And here is Brogdon. The pass to O'Neal. Shoots a fader. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
Here's Williams. That one a little long. For Indiana, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. And George kicks to Brogdon. Over Williams. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Jazz have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
I'm telling you this, if you leave one of Ingles' teammates open, Joe is going to find him.
Brogdon looking it over. Pass to George. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. George has got 8 points.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Ingles against George. Ingles kicks to Williams. Inside, deflects the pass, and stolen by Hibbert. And now the fast break, George with the ball. Ingles with the rebound.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. They trail by 1. Pass to O'Neal. With the fadeaway. Almost, but it rolls out. For Utah, they've gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Mitchell's shot is good.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Outside, George. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. 11 points in the game.
Well, the three-point shooting of Paul George is an important attribute. Because he can put it on the deck, he's got to balance it with that kind of look right there. How about the assist coming off the deck? What a pretty bounce pass.
Indiana's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Here's O'Neal. And it's Kirilenko with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Williams can't get it to go. And Indiana shooting 47% from the field to start things off. Got that bucket in no time at all. George has got it all tied up now for Indiana.
Now, Paul George is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot guy. Measures the shot before receiving the pass. It's hard to guard.
Williams can't get it to go. The Pacers have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. George passes to Brogdon. Hibbert tipped back in for 2.
Well, not sure who was responsible for the blockout, but this guy got in there and dug out his points.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break, mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
Some changes for Indiana. West is checked in for Hibbert. Sabonis comes in for Jermaine O'Neal. And Warren subbed in for Victor Oladipo. Utah also making some changes. Derek Favors checked in for Rudy Gobert. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Joe Ingles. And it's Bell in for Mitchell. And Brogdon, here we go. West. Tries again. And another shot. And it's blocked by Kirilenko. They get it back. Basket counts. And the Pacers lead by 2.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Here's Clarkson. Excellent D there from George. And here's Indiana. The kick out to Warren. Pass to George. Brogdon with it. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Derek Favors. Down low. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Outside Warren. Back to West. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots. And the shot by Warren, no good. To the inside. And that one good from Clarkson. Clarkson's got his second basket.
Jordan Clarkson showing he's capable of finishing inside.
Brogdon kicks to Sabonis. And it's Kirilenko with the rebound. Kirilenko's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Clarkson, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Dunleavy's checked in for Indiana. And a switcher also for Utah. Novak's checked in Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
And Warren, here we go. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
The way Warren controls his body is truly impressive. He's got the frame to absorb it.
Here is Bell. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Williams looking over the floor. Shoots over Brogdon. Offline from the top of the key.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
West kicks to Warren. Now the pass to Brogdon. Hands it from downtown. Brogdon's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Pacers.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
Outside Williams. No good on the 3.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
West, that's good. West has got the game tied up here for the Pacers.
Well, you love the persistence on the offensive glass. All about effort right now.
Clarkson against West, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
A guy who can be a little inconsistent game to game. Clarkson can be extremely consistent year to year.
Right. You consider him as a rookie. Many of the numbers then are similar to what they are now. But the one thing that has improved is the consistency of the three-point shooting. He's worked so hard on it, and that's where the consistency has started to take root.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Brogdon against Clarkson. To the wing right side for 3, Dunleavy, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got his 6th assist on the night. Here's Clarkson, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on David West.
Jordan Clarkson tends to draw a lot of contact. If you look at his career, he doesn't end up at the free throw line as often as you'd think.
Burks against Warren. Lets it fly. The shot off that time. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Utah. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And always interesting to hear from Donovan Mitchell, who recently spoke.
Everybody had their expectations of what we...
And you know, Greg, Mitchell's going to be right in the middle of it, leading the way.
And on top of everything else he does, he's elite at getting his own shot. We've seen him carry this team offensively at times. Boy, he is special.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And taking a look at the Jazz performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the 2nd quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Pacers, they've got Turner, Brogdon out there with Dunleavy. Then it's T.J. Warren, and it's Sabonis in at power forward. Here's Clarkson. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Dunleavy finds Brogdon. And that one, good. Brogdon's got 8 points.
Well, it takes a certain level of composure and willingness to absorb contact on the interior. Step up there, Mr. Brogdon.
Burks against Warren. Now, here's Burks. He's guarded closely. Nice D from Warren. Indiana leading. In the corner, it's Dunleavy for 3. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Count it.
But terrific quickness. The burst of Alec Burks looking strong inside.
Clarkson against Brogdon. That one, no good. And it's Utah the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Clarkson passes to Novak. Kept alive. Here's Favors, and it's sent back by Turner.
Miles Turner with that length sends it back twice on the pipes. Miles.
Indiana again missing. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. And so it's Brogdon with it. He brings it up for Indiana. They trail by 1. Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Warren. Fires from deep. Novak grabs the board.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Here's Bell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something that I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
O'Neal kicks to George. No good on the triple. Utah leading. Bell dishes to Mitchell. Gobert the pass to Bell. The Jazz working the ball around now. Pass to Gobert. Now Bell. Here's Mitchell, and it's sent back by Turner. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. Miles Turner, 4th.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
He kicks to Oladipo. From deep, George. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. Launches it. A shot by Clarkson, no good. And Indiana shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Oladipo against Clarkson. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Victor Oladipo's passing skills probably unappreciated. This guy is very unselfish and capable.
The Pacers shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. The Pacers making a change here. Hibbert's checked in. Andrei Kirilenko's checked in for the Jazz. Joe Ingles comes in for Jordan Clarkson. Mitchell kicks to Kirilenko. Mitchell looking it over. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
This is what Donovan Mitchell is looking for. He wants to seek out body contact and get the hoop in the harm.
This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line.
And he deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do at the line last year. 86% from the stripe.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Kirilenko. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
That one goes. Count it.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
George against Ingles. Stolen by Mitchell. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Here's Bell, and it's sent back by George.
Paul George, tremendous vertical. How fast does he get off his feet?
Gobert with the block. In the corner, Bell with it. At the top of the key, Mitchell. Mitchell is double. 6 on the shot clock. Ingles dishes to Mitchell. Shoots from 14. And Oladipo pulls it down. Indiana trailing here. The 3 from George. Offensive rebound.
Now, this is what you'd love to see more of from Victor Oladipo, the athleticism to be a factor on the glass.
Now Mitchell. He's got 14. Kirilenko trying to break loose. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Well, he's been shooting it so well because he's been so active, moving and working to get high percentage shots.
Oladipo against Mitchell. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
Well, Victor Oladipo won't back down from a challenge. He isn't afraid of getting a little bit nasty if the defense sort of sets the tone.
And with Victor Oladipo, the impact he has on the scoreboard is huge. But you can't discount how great he is as a defender.
Oh, there's no doubt, Greg. Think about it. The last time he played a full season, he was first-team All-NBA defense. This guy has great length on his arms. He can cause a lot of miscues with his ability to pressure. And he's strong enough to deal with wings as well. So there's a versatility there that you love.
The 3 from George. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Kirilenko. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Roy Hibbert picks one up. I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
And now running up the court, Ingles pushing it up. Tries to keep it alive. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
And checking out some stats for Kirilenko, some last season stats for him. Averaged about 6 points a game last season, 5 rebounds and 2 assists. Not his best production, and I expect him to break through and get back on track soon.
I think he's been pressing a little bit too much. He just needs to relax and let the game come to him.
Timeout called, the Pacers.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
And checking out some numbers for Gobert. He's coming off an excellent season. 2nd in field goal percentage, 4th in rebounding, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And you pointed out his ranking as the 2nd best shooter in the league last season. I think with a little extra work, he could become number 1 this time around. Takes it from 10, and with that, the Utah lead is cut down to just 2 points from the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got 7 points.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Now, here's Oladipo. He's got 6. And it's Oladipo with the jam.
This guy, an explosive athlete, Victor Oladipo, no doubt.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Jazz. It's stolen by Dunleavy. And now Oladipo pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
Utah has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. The drive by Mitchell. West with some nice D. Pacers shooting a pretty cool 37% from the floor in the second. Not what they're looking for. Passes it to Oladipo. Floats one up. He lays it in. Oladipo's got the lead up to 2 now for the Pacers.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Mitchell finds Williams. For just the 4th time today, it is good. That one makes him 4 for 10.
Well, to me, this is what great point guards do. Donovan Mitchell demonstrating just how skilled he is at connecting with open teammates.
Oladipo, the pass to George. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Oladipo's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Here's Williams, and Williams throws it down.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And the 3 ball is good.
You know, building up confidence as the game goes on. Hit one from behind the arc in the opening period, 2 here in the second.
Williams kicks to Mitchell. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. And there's the pass to Hibbert. Over Ingles. Again, Indiana.
Well, the size advantage playing a big part there. Just calmly rises and fires.
Bounce pass from Williams. George against Ingles. It's stolen by West. In the corner, George with it. From the arc, Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Williams, and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The Jazz have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Indiana making some changes. Sabonis, he's checked in for Hibbert. Warren comes in for Dunleavy. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Victor Oladipo. The Jazz also changing it up. Favors comes in for Rudy Gobert. And it's Burks in for Joe Ingles. And Williams drops them both. We've got 1:28 left in the first half of basketball. Brogdon with it. He's got 8. Poke loose. Kirilenko with it. Brogdon picks him up. Here's Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
I'll tell you, Donovan Mitchell in transition, bearing down on a defender is not pretty.
Indiana leading. Brogdon outside. Sabonis finds George. Back to Sabonis. The shot's good on the assist by George. Sabonis has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
Pass to Favors. Here's Mitchell. 41 seconds left here in the second. That one drops for him.
Well, this quarter has been all about this guy. He is trying to close the gap in the score.
Outside, Sabonis. George up top. Shoots. Burks pulls it in. Utah's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Ogden against Williams. pass down low. And Kirilenko sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. 7 seconds left in the first half. And here's George for 3.
Boy, the lateral quickness of Donovan Mitchell. What a solid defender.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Indiana. It's been an excellent game for him up. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with an outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 21 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
Man, there's been a great offensive rhythm to their game. So many of their baskets have come off assists. That's a sign of a team functioning at a high level. Keep the same ball movement in the second half, and that will be key for them.
Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
Well, the guys coming off the bench gave them a big lift. Getting points off the bench like that, look, it fires everybody. Fans, the coaches, the other players. You love to see guys who might not get a chance every night contribute.
And it's just about time now.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Oof. That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, this guy, he plays fast, he's aggressive, and if you let him get to the cup, there is nothing that you can do about it.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. They've got Andre Kirilenko. Mitchell is out there with Williams, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Ingles in at the small forward. Williams with the ball, now defended by Oladipo. 13 feet away, and Utah again with the bucket.
You see Donovan Mitchell finding his rhythm, you're in for a long night. He is effortless offensively.
And here is O'Neal. George double teamed, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two players.
We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
And the Jazz with possession here. Utah trailing here. Mitchell outside. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. For the tie. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Gobert's got his second bucket.
I tell you, increasingly able to contribute on the offensive end, and that's a problem. Rudy Gobert doing work.
Logged in the pass to George. And he knocks down the jumper. George has got 23.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And stolen by Hibbert. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. George has got the ball. Oladipo misses. Jazz shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Mitchell's shot is good.
Well, the balance, the ability to take contact, absorb it, and still finish. That is beautifully done by Donovan Mitchell.
Oladipo outside. Pass to Hibbert. George, that's a two-pointer. They get it back. O'Neal. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And this will be his second and third shots to the line here.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Utah. He dishes it to Williams. From 20 feet out, down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Brilliant second half start. 4 for 4 from the field. Can't ask for any better.
Here's George. That one falls. George has got 4 points this quarter.
You have got to have the right focus and the right reads in the pick and roll. And Paul George making all the right decisions right now, slicing up the defense.
Nice ball movement by Utah. And that one is good. Williams has got it all tied up now for Utah.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Feeds it to O'Neal. Over Kirilenko. O'Neal misses.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Outside Williams. Kicks it to Mitchell. And George gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Steve Novak, he's checked in for Utah. Bell comes in for Joe Ingles. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Bell against George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Mitchell. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Malcolm Brogdon. Good season for him last year. He averaged about 16 points a game, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Well, this is a guy who brings a solid skill set. Excellent ball handler, high level of playmaking, the perfect backup point.
And it's George finishing it off.
And plays like that demonstrate Paul George's athletic ability. He's not just an elite scorer, he is a high flyer.
Inside. And there's Williams. That's good on the assist by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 5 assists tonight.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
George passes to O'Neal. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 9 rebounds now tonight. They now take the lead. Bell's got 5 points so far.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
And one thing I like about Brogdon is his size. A huge 6'10" wingspan for a guard gives him an advantage in matchups, lets him finish over smaller defenders as well.
Warren's checked in for the Pacers. Then for the Jazz, Derek Favors checked in for Steve Novak. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Mitchell.
Well, Rudy Gobert stands 7'1", and he's an unselfish guy. It puts the pass on the money.
And great with Brogdon and his size, it allows flexibility on defense as well.
Yeah, I mean, it makes switching on the pick and roll easier with him at the top. There isn't a lot of flash to how Brogdon plays on the floor, but you can't deny how impactful he is in all facets.
The kick out to Williams. And the 3 off target.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And the shot by Warren, no good.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Passes it to Williams. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
David West, he's checked in for Roy Hibbert. Here's Brogdon. 8 points for him. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
George double teamed. There's the pass to Brogdon. Back to West. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got 9 assists now tonight. Utah leading by 5. Williams inside. He's guarded by Brogdon. Good on the bucket.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Indiana's gotten blank from 3-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's O'Neal. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. They get Derek Favors.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here. O'Neal hits them both.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Utah shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Outside Williams. It's rebounded by Indiana. West has got 7 rebounds in the game. Warren on the wing. He's guarded by Williams. Here's O'Neal, and it's good from the elbow. O'Neal's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, this is one aspect you'd like to see more of from T.J. Warren. We know he's a great scorer, pretty dime there.
Pass to Bell, back to Williams. Yes, that goes in. Williams has got 15 points here in the second half. Pass to O'Neal. Over Favors. Misses off the right eye.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink. Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated. The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Wasted no time on that one. And now a 10-point Jazz lead.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Williams against Brogdon. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And that one falls for Williams. Indiana's gotten blank from 3-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Dunleavy. Passes to Sabonis. And here is Brogdon. He's guarded by Williams. And Brogdon, here we go. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Outside Williams to the paint. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And that one falls for Favors.
But I think for Derek Favors, it's a matter of continuing to improve your game, especially on the defensive end of the floor.
Brogdon the pass to Sabonis. Right side Warren. Knocked away. Here's Favors. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on David West.
Well, Derek Favors has absolutely a massive frame, someone who can draw fouls due to his sheer size.
The Jazz making a switch here. Kirilenko's checked in.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
The pass to Burks. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Alec Burks continuing to develop into a dependable scorer. He's got great size for a 2-guard.
Paul George, he's checked in for the Pacers. He's perfect from the line this time. Indiana trails by 18. Outside Warren. Here's Sabonis. And Kirilenko sends it back. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. George against Bell. To halt the run, it's good. George has got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, Paul George has always had that aspect to his game. The mid-range where he can be efficient and effective is absolutely on point.
Williams against Brogdon. Williams dishes to Favors. 6 to shoot. Here's Burks. Favors trying to break free. Burks' shot is good. Burks has got 6 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Warren against Burks. Back to West. Outside Warren. Looking to get back on track here. Second shot opportunity. Great D that time from Favors. Utah leading by 18. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
And Indiana making a change here. Oladipo's checked in. And a switcher also for Utah. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Williams. A nice shot by George.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
Mitchell kicks to Kirilenko. Mitchell passes to Kirilenko. And here's Burks. Here's the 3. Offensive rebound. Favors. And Derek Favors with the slam.
Well, that's the size of Derek Favors, allowing him to snag these boards. This guy, you've got to keep him off the offensive glass.
Now Oladipo. He's got 12. Outside Warren. Over Kirilenko. Here's Sabonis. The feed now to West. That falls. Nice feed that time from Sabonis. He's got 8. 27 seconds left in the third. Pass to Favors. Mitchell against Oladipo. Nice D from Oladipo. Outside Warren. To the middle. Sabonis, the pass to George. Over Bell. It's on target from the high post. George has got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, Paul George just putting on a show right now. He's been around this league for a long time. The confidence is there.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Jazz lead by 17. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter. Next. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Paul George. Sabonis is out there with Turner. Then there's Oladipo, and it's West in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Just 5 on the clock. And Favors gets it to go in on the assist by Mitchell. And it's 9 points for Derek Favors. Now, here's George. Oladipo outside. Off target from outside.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
A shot by Burks. Nobody around. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, Burks is a lethal three-point threat. This guy has such an effortless shooting stroke.
Oladipo outside. Right now, we're seeing more athletes willing to talk about mental challenges, be it depression or anxiety. And you know, Doris, the NBA is no exception. how encouraging do you find that?
Well, I think that whether NBA players or professional athletes in any sport know it or not, they are looked to as examples, as role models. And so I think everybody wins in this situation, Kevin. The players, the fans themselves, many of whom are dealing with the similar challenges. So, listen, life is not easy. Wherever you can get help, go and take it. I love this initiative from the NBA.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
George looking over the floor. Pass to Oladipo. Over Williams. Hibbert trying to free himself up. It fails to fall. Now shooting just a little better than 50%. 5 for 9. Here's Mitchell. And Utah, another 3.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
And George kicks to Sabonis. George against Mitchell. A shot by Sabonis. Nobody around. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And it's Williams with the ball for Utah. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Indiana's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Sabonis against Williams. Over in the corner, Turner. Back to Sabonis. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Oladipo misses.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Oladipo finds George. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. George has got 15 points in just the second half. Utah has gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Pass to Karolinko. Back to Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
How about the athleticism of Donovan Mitchell? 6'3", but boy, can he get off his feet.
Timeout called the Pacers. And since last season, Doris, a lot of coaching changes. Why do you think so many?
Kevin, I think there's a lot of contributing factors. Some of it is ownership and front office changes. Whenever that happens, coaching changes are often the next shoe to drop.
The Jazz with some changes. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Favors. Steve Novak comes in for Joe Ingles, and it's Jordan Clarkson in for Williams. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Hill, no good. On offense, here are the Jazz. They're on a 15-5 run. Shots good by Clarkson.
Well, give Jordan Clarkson a ton of credit. He has worked tirelessly on this shot.
For Indiana, they've gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Here's O'Neal. The fadeaway, and the shot goes in. Ilyasova with the ball. The pass to Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Well, if you don't stay in front and you allow him room to drive, you will pay the consequence. Donovan Mitchell with authority.
Here's Stevenson. Utah with the rebound. Karolinko's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Mitchell wide open. Second chance shot, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Here's Ilyasova, and gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line. And with small ball catching on, it's the rare team, Doris, that looks to go big and play bully ball. Why hasn't that approach been more popular?
Well, to me, Kevin, the NBA game is one that's in constant evolution. So right now the emphasis is three-point shooting, free throw opportunities and restricted area opportunities. That seems to be the most efficient way to play the game of basketball. On the defensive end, what that requires is positionless players, guys in the post who can guard the perimeter, switchability. All the versatility you can bring to bear on the defensive end is significant, and so that's why bully ball becoming harder and harder to play in today's NBA.
Doris, as we've seen, NBA players are becoming more vocal on social issues, and some will say, keep politics out of sports. Should the NBA and should all sports be worried about that backlash?
Kevin, one of the things I admire most about the NBA is its commitment to the causes it believes in. And whether we are talking about the mental health issues of some of their players or the current situation in the country, the NBA's commitment to supporting equality and social justice is admirable. What is controversial about equality and social justice for all? Nothing. I admire their commitment. They're on the right track.
Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
You see, to me, the more Collison concentrates on passing the basketball, the better his team is. I love it when he's unselfish. You know, seeing an uptick in his trips to the free throw line, really, since we came out of the half.
Bogdanovich looking around. Back to Ilyasova. Another miss by Utah.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Collison, and the layup's good off the glass.
Pure determination here, guys. A fourth quarter run that has them looking better and better as we get ready for the stretch run.
Ilyasova finds Bogdanovich. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. And here's Hill, who will bring it up for Indiana. To the left side wing. To the inside. And the dunk by O'Neal.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends. And that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
Clarkson dishes to Mitchell. Ilyasova passes to Mitchell. He kicks it to Novak. Bogdanovich wide open. Sinks the triple. Bogdanovich has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And here's Collison. Pass to Stevenson. Back to Collison. Doris, you and I know the quality of play in the NBA bubble was terrific. And some people have said a lack of travel a possible reason why. The league, we think, looking at ways to reduce travel moving forward.
Exactly, Kevin. And one option on the table is the, quote, series model. You see it in baseball, where you play consecutive games against a single opponent. So what about the states with multiple teams? New York or California? Can you play all of those teams in one trip? This not only preserves players, but it also cuts travel expenses, something the league is looking hard at.
That one good for 2.
I tell you, at times, guarding Donovan Mitchell has got to feel overwhelming defensively. When he starts to go with the floater, look out.
Outside Collison. Pass to Hill. Back to Collison. Shot clock at 6.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Mitchell. Passes it to Novak. Bounce pass from Ilyasova. Nice ball movement by Utah. Mitchell is doubled. Here's Clarkson. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Pacers have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. Hill has the open look, and Indiana another 3.
Well, you love how Hill shoots it immediately off the pass. Just exceptional timing from the crafty guard.
Utah calls timeout. You know, Doris, we saw the All-Star game playing to a target score down the stretch, and some think in years to come the NBA may adopt it for the overtime period. What do you think?
Well, I'll tell you this, Kevin. That All-Star game, I was absolutely riveted to my television. The action was compelling. The defense was compelling. I can't say I've ever experienced that in an All-Star game. I think it's something you have to take a hard look at.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Kirilenko against O'Neal. Here's Williams. It's rebounded by Indiana. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way. And George with the stop.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Brogdon against Williams. It's over Brogdon, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. Indiana trails by 20. And it's Oladipo that time on the assist by George. Oladipo's got 4 this quarter.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Outside Williams. Back to Bell. Inside, and it's in there. Williams has got 43 points.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
George, no good. Utah leading by 20. Here is Bell. 1:57 left to play in the final quarter. Outside Williams, 6 on the shot clock. From outside the arc. No good that time. Good D by Brogdon. Here's George at the tip, and Oladipo stays with it.
Well, Victor Oladipo is so dangerous. Eyes light up whenever he's running the floor.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. It's an 18-point game. The pass to Ingles. Back to Williams. Williams double team. Kicks to Ingles. There's the 3. He's off on that one. And Indiana will go the other way with it.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Jazz.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Williams.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Here's Collison. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Pass to Burks. Shot clock at 5. Puts it up. It's rebounded by Stevenson. Hill drives in. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Now Williams. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And and we'll see you next time.